Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Just a Farm Dad. My name is Matt and today we are going to be installing a receiving channel up our gable ends. In this case it's the F channel. We're getting ready to prepare for the solid vinyl soffit. This is what you're going to slide your soffit into, and we'll show you in this video how to orient it, how to nail it, how to bend it, how to cut it. Please subscribe, please hit that like button. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is put a nail in by my bird box and a nail in up at my peak, and I'm going to put a chalk line between the two, snap that line so that I get as straight a line as possible for my F channel. Chalk line stretched out. We had a spider web up there. Let's break it through that spider web. Wrap it around once. Give it a pull, nice and tight. And I'm going to snap it. Got to do a cost breakdown. You know, most of us pay for this stuff out of our own pocket, so there's no point in wasting it if we don't have to. I always look at it when I buy this stuff, it's cost per foot. So if I can save 6 inches to a foot, and that's more money in my pocket. There we go, we're ready to hang it. Okay, we're gonna start up about midway. The nailing flange goes on the bottom. If I had it on the top, I wouldn't be able to push it all the way up against these braces right here. So I'm just coming in the middle somewhere, that way I can get a nail up in here and secure it. You want to place the nail in the middle of the nailing slot. And don't drive it all the way in. Allow it to where it'll slide back and forth. Those nailing slots are probably 1 inch wide. You want to go ahead and nail about every 16 to 18 inches. Still slide, that's 2 nails down. Okay. I went ahead and tacked it up in the middle so that I could come back down here and line everything up. We used the framing square, we put it on the edge of the fascia board, making sure that it's perpendicular and that this stuff's going to run straight up the wall. It's really flexible stuff, so any kind of deviation in it, you're really going to notice. I'll show you what we got going on here. Okay, there we just put the 5/12 pitch on the very tip of our F channel and held it here, and then about every 16 inches thereafter. Got to try to keep it as straight as possible. This is the side that has most of the foot traffic and most of the car traffic, so we really want to make sure we take our time on this side and make it look real pretty. .47 3/8 is where we are going to bend this. .47 3/8. That's going to be the peak. We want this to bend in half. So in order to bend this, we're going to need to cut the bottom and the top and the back. Save the middle section. Okay. What we're going to do is take out some of this material right here so it doesn't bind up on us. Like that. We have it there. We're going to bend it down like that to whichever angle you need. 412, 512, 612, 1212. Get this put up. This is going to look nice. I'm going to remove this nail out because it was just up here to hold that while I manipulated the corner, and then we'll move it down to where we need it to get it touching these brackets underneath. Okay. Something crawling on me. There we go. Get another one right here. Alright. I think I can reach one more. Get about 3 nails every time I move the ladder. I don't have a big wingspan like some of you guys out there. Had bird poop on it. Okay. The last nail here. I have to do another one. I hit a gap behind there. Get one closer to the end. Let's do 92 1/8. Okay, we're getting ready to do our last piece, coming down the right side of the gable. Remember how you used your square on the first cut, and what you're going to do on this one is you're going to reverse your pivot. The first time we went like this and we pivoted to 512 this side. Now we're going to reverse our square. We're going to pivot to the 512 on the common, and I'm going to make that reference point on my square of 512, and then I'm going to come out and I'm going to come to as far to the end as possible. That way I'm not wasting material, and I'm going to make that mark on the bottom side. Okay, flipping it over, there's our 512. There's the 512 right there, and it's flush. Go to this side. You can come on whichever end you want to come on, and you can pivot it right to the corner, and it comes right down to the 5. That's your 512. Now when we go to put that up, that's going to butt right up against my bird box. We'll come down here, the 92 inches where we made the mark. Right here, we're going to double check that measurement since we cut the end off. Okay, now we're at about 91.5. So I'm going to move that back a 1/2 inch. And we're going to cut that end off square because it's butting up against the other piece. On this piece running up to the peak, it's about an 1/8 inch gap. I nailed it in the first nailing slot that was accessible after the end. Again, about every 16 inches. And come up to the peak. We cut the bottom out, a wedge out of the bottom of a piece of pizza, bent it to prevent extra material from being bound up in there. And we cut the top and the back. We cut the top, we cut the back, and we left the middle. That allowed us to bend it to that 512. Then it comes down this side, and we're going to go ahead and get this side nailed up. On this piece here, I tacked and I put a nail in that upper portion going towards the peak, just so I could hold it there and adjust this side the way I wanted it up next to the bird box. On this end, we cut the 512 pitch, and I'm going to leave about a 1/4 inch gap between the 512 angle, the end of this F channel, and the bird box. Still slide it. I'm installing a nail about every 16 inches.